Today we will learn about the SSS criteria for congruence of triangles. You know that when we place one figure over the other in a manner that one covers the other completely, it means they are of the same shape and size. Such objects are said to be congruent. Look at the two triangles here. When we place one over the other, we observe that they cover each other completely. So both the triangles are congruent. In geometry, certain criteria are used to determine the congruency of two triangles. Today, we will discuss the SSS criterion. Let's understand this in an interesting way. Suppose we have triangle ABC, where AB is equal to 5 cm, BC is equal to 4 cm, and AC is equal to 7 cm. And we have to draw a triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC. Will we be able to form a triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC by keeping just one corresponding side equal? Think for a while. Let me explain. We can draw triangle PQR in different ways by keeping only one side AB equal to PQ. But it is still not sufficient enough to form a unique triangle PQR. It is difficult to say whether triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC or not. Therefore, it is not possible to form the congruent triangle PQR to triangle ABC by keeping only one corresponding side equal. Similarly, if we keep two corresponding sides equal, will we be able to draw triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC? Think for a while. Let me tell you, if we keep the side AB equal to PQ and the side BC equal to QR, then we can draw triangle PQR in different ways. But it is still not sufficient enough to form a unique triangle PQR. So we can say triangle PQR is not congruent to triangle ABC. Therefore, keeping two corresponding sides equal will not give us triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC. Now let's verify if we keep three corresponding sides equal, will we get triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC or not? To draw triangle PQR, we have PQ is equal to AB is equal to 5 cm, QR is equal to BC is equal to 4 cm, and PR is equal to AC is equal to 7 cm. First, we will draw the line PQ with length 5 cm. Now, we have to find the location of point R, but the condition is that PR should be 7 cm long and QR should be 4 cm long. So tell me, how will you get to find the location of point R? Think for a while. You got it right. For this purpose, we will use a compass. To find the position of point R, we will take the distance of 4 cm with the compass and draw an arc by placing the pointed end on Q. Each point of this arc represents a distance of 4 cm from Q. Then, taking a distance of 7 cm with the compass, we will place the pointed end on P and draw another arc cutting the first arc. The point of intersection of the two arcs will be the point R, which is at a distance of 4 cm from Q and 7 cm from P. Now we will join it with P. If we place triangle ABC on triangle PQR, we observe that they cover each other completely, which means that both triangles have the same size and shape. Hence, both triangles are congruent. Thus, we can say that if the three sides of a triangle are equal to the three corresponding sides of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. This condition of congruency of triangles is called as the side-side-side criterion, or in short, the SSS criterion. Now, there are two triangles, triangle DEF and triangle MNO shown here. Can you now find out whether the given pair of triangles are congruent? Pause the video and find out. Let me tell you. We can see that in triangle DEF and triangle MNO, DE is equal to MN, EF is equal to NO, and DF is equal to MO. That is, their corresponding sides are equal. So, by SSS congruence rule, triangle DEF and triangle MNO are congruent triangles. Now, if we talk about triangle GHI and triangle JKL, then here GH is equal to JK and HI is equal to KL. But the third corresponding side GI and JL are not equal. Hence, SSS congruence rule is not applied, which concludes that triangle GHI and triangle JKL are not congruent. By now, you must have understood the SSS congruence rule thoroughly. Today we learned SSS criteria for congruence of triangles. In the next video, we will see some examples related to this. Today we will see some examples related to the SSS criteria for congruence of triangles. The given figure shows PQ is equal to SR and PR is equal to SQ. Is triangle PQR congruent to triangle SRQ? Give reasons. We are given that in triangle PQR and triangle SRQ, PQ is equal to SR and PR is equal to SQ. We can also see that the side QR is common in both triangles. You will remember that if the three sides of one triangle are equal to the three corresponding sides of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. This condition is called side-side-side criterion. In detail, we would call it as SSS criterion. Here, the triangles are congruent under the correspondence. We can say that triangle PQR and triangle SRQ are congruent. Next example. State which pair of triangles in the following figure is congruent under the SSS criterion. By the SSS congruence rule, if the corresponding sides of two triangles are equal, then those triangles are congruent. Consider the first pair of triangles, that is, triangle ABC and triangle QRP. AB is equal to QR is equal to 5 cm, BC is equal to RP is equal to 8 cm, and AC is equal to QP is equal to 7 cm. Since all three sides of triangle ABC are equal to the corresponding sides of triangle QRP, hence, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle QRP. Now, let's talk about the second pair, that is triangle DEF and triangle JKL. Here, EF is equal to KL is equal to 7 cm. DF is equal to JL is equal to 6 cm. But DE is equal to 4 cm and JK is equal to 5 cm. That is, DE is not equal to JK. Since here, one side of triangle DEF is not equal to the corresponding side of triangle JKL, hence, triangle DEF is not congruent to triangle JKL. Therefore, Only the first pair of triangles, that is, triangle ABC and triangle QRP, are congruent under SSS criterion. Next example. If triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCB, find the lengths of all sides of triangle DCB. Here, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCB. Therefore, in this case, the correspondence is, we may write this as ABC is similar to DCB. When two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are equal. Therefore, AB is equal to DC, and since the length of AB is 2.1 cm, DC will also have the same length as 2.1 cm. And AC is equal to DB, and AC is 3.7 cm in length, so the length of DB will also be 3.7 cm. With this, we are already given the length of BC, which is 2.3 cm. Thus, we have found the length of all sides of triangle DCB. Today we saw examples related to SSS criteria for congruence of triangles. In the next video, we will see some misconceptions related to it. Today we will see some common misconceptions related to SSS criteria for congruence of triangles and one common mistake. Misconception 1. In the given figure, state which pairs of triangles are congruent. Some students fail to understand the SSS congruence rule properly. They believe that SSS congruence rule is true only for an equilateral triangle. In the first figure, they say that both triangles are equilateral triangles, and in the second figure, they see that the triangles are not equilateral triangles, so they misjudge that only the triangles in figure 1 are congruent. With this understanding, they select option 1, which is an incorrect answer. The correct understanding is that when the sides of a triangle are equal to the corresponding sides of the other triangle, the two triangles are called congruent triangles. This condition of congruency of triangles is called side-side-side criterion, or in short, SSS criterion. In the first figure, all the sides of the two triangles are 3 cm in length, so the triangles in the first figure are congruent. If we talk about the second figure, OM is equal to PQ is equal to 3 cm. MN is equal to QR is equal to 4 cm. NO is equal to RP is equal to 5 cm. Hence, all three corresponding sides of triangle OMN and triangle PQR are also equal. Therefore, both triangles shown in figure 2 are also congruent. Triangle OMN is congruent to triangle PQR. With this understanding, the correct answer is option 2. Misconception 2. Are triangle PQR and triangle XYZ congruent or not? Some students see that the positions of the given triangles are different. They fail to notice that the lengths of their corresponding sides are equal. With this understanding, they believe that the given triangles are not congruent, so they select option 2, which is the wrong answer. The correct understanding is that when the corresponding sides of two triangles are equal, they are congruent under the SSS criterion. Here, in triangle PQR and triangle XYZ, PQ is equal to XY, QR is equal to YZ, and RP is equal to ZX. The corresponding sides of both triangles are equal, so they are congruent. Hence, option 1 is the correct answer. Now let's understand the common mistakes children make. When students learn that two triangles can be congruent by the side-side-side criterion, they wrongly begin to believe that two triangles can also be congruent with angle-angle-angle criterion. This misconception is termed as AAA criterion. Let us discuss whether this understanding is right or wrong. You know that all sides of an equilateral triangle are equal and each angle measures 60 degrees. Let's attempt to draw an equilateral triangle. We will draw a line segment BC of length 5 cm. Then, using the same length equal to line segment BC in the compass, we will draw an arc from B. Keeping the same length in the compass, we will make another arc cutting the first arc from C. A is the point of intersection of the arcs, and joining the points A to B and C, we obtain the triangle ABC. If we measure its angles with the protractor, we will find all angles are 60 degrees. Can we draw an equilateral triangle whose side is of length 6 cm? Think for a while. If we draw a triangle PQR using the method given above, we will get an equilateral triangle. If we measure the angles of this triangle, we will observe that all angles measure 60 degrees. We can see that all angles of both triangle ABC and triangle PQR are 60 degrees. So, are they congruent? Think for a while. No, because the lengths of their corresponding sides are not equal. Therefore, no two triangles can be called congruent solely on the basis of the measure of their angles. Therefore, the congruency of two triangles cannot be checked by the AAA criterion. Similarly, by looking at these pairs of triangles, you will be able to find out that even if the corresponding angles are equal, they are not congruent. Today we saw some misconceptions and a common mistake related to the SSS criteria for the congruence of triangles.